Welcome to 365 inspired yoga classes, and today is day 10. And today we're inspired by love. So before we begin, think about someone who you love, someone you would dedicate your practice to. And then we'll start seated, maybe grab a couple of blocks. They're going to be helpful in the practice. And if you don't have blocks, it's okay. I'm sure you'll be able to navigate the practice without them. We'll start seated on the mat. I'm going to sit on a block. I like it at its lowest setting. And these little points here can come right to the place, right where the crease of my booty meets the back of my leg. And right there in that area, the piriformis muscle sometimes gets a little tight from all the strong practices we're doing. Or maybe if you do a lot of extra walking or running or biking, you might feel that this helps to alleviate some of that discomfort right through there. So as you arrive seated on your mat, let's take our shoulders up toward the ears and then send them down and back. And really notice how that expands your heart space open. Take your arms and circle them high overhead. Bring your palms to connect above you. And as you exhale, slide your hands down to the space right in front of your heart. Place one hand over your heart and another hand right on top of that hand. And then close your eyes and think of someone that you love. Visualize that person and take a moment in gratitude for that special relationship that you two share. That feeling of love. And then take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your heart space expand. Open your mouth wide, let the air flow out slow. Again, inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, just like that. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Now seal your lips and begin to breathe slowly in and out of your nose. Release your palms face up on your knees or thighs. Keeping the eyes closed, lower your chin slightly toward your chest. With your palms open, be in a position, not only in your hands, but also in your heart, of receiving. Receiving all the love energy around you. And receiving whatever it is you need to receive today. A feeling of self-love. And then take your palms, turn them face down, and let this be a reminder to take good care of your body today. Love yourself enough to do this practice in a way that feels best for you. And then slowly open your eyes. And let's shift into tabletop onto your hands and knees. Take your blocks and place them at the upper corners of your yoga mat. Have them ready nearby. You may or may not want to use them for this, but we'll just give it a try. Let's begin to open up the heart in cow-cat, opening up a little bit more, and finding your position in tabletop. Align your wrists beneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Maybe glance back and let your feet disappear behind your thighs. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And as you breathe in, drop your belly and lift your gaze, lift your tail, look up. Feel your heart expand, open, and as you exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, cat pose. Keep flowing like that. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Good. 2 more rounds. Breathe in cow. Breathe out cat. 1 more round. Breathe in cow. Exhale cat. On your inhale, come into a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward about the length of your palm or a little bit further. And drop your chest down, your forehead down into puppy pose. Just taking some time here to drop your chest toward the mat and let a little arch happen. Tilt your tail high. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Keep your elbows off the mat if you can. Just a couple breaths here. Feel the stretch through your shoulders. Feel your heart space open. And then slowly make your way back up. Now we're going to take our blocks and place them forward of our fingertips where they're in tabletop. And then we're going to take our elbows down onto the blocks. So leave enough space between your blocks, set them at their lowest setting, and leave enough space so your forehead can drop between the blocks. And then maybe take your hands in prayer position and bend your elbows until your thumbs touch your spine. Maybe tilt your chin a little bit off your chest. Arch your back, sending your tail high like you just did a moment ago in cow pose. And really feel your heart stretching open. Couple breaths here. Take good care. Do what feels right for you always. Keep breathing nice and slow. Good. Release slowly. Hands come down. And then you bring yourself back up. Set your blocks aside. We'll come back to using them in just a little while. And let's bring ourselves into our first downward facing dog. Curl your toes under and send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out your legs, pressing your heels toward the mat one at a time. Just stretching into the hamstring region, opening up the back of your legs. And then find stillness in your legs however they lie. Look forward at your hands and spread your fingers nice and wide. Now drop your head between your arms and press your heart back toward your thighs. Really stretching through the shoulders. Breathing here nice and slow in and out of your nose. It's okay to bend your knees. That might actually be kind of helpful. Really getting a good heart opening stretch here in downward facing dog. Nice. And then soften a little bit. Come into a more neutral kind of down dog. Less pressure through the chest and the arms. Just let your head hang. Find ease and relaxation here. A couple more breaths. If this is too intense, please bring yourself back to tabletop or stay with it. One more slow breath here. And now look forward and slowly walk to forward fold at the top of your mat. Leave your feet separated hip distance apart here. Soften your knees. Let your belly hang over your thighs. Take your hands behind your back, interlace them if you can at your lower back, and then send your arms over your head. Sending your arms over your head so that you really feel a shoulder stretch. Take a couple more breaths here, really feeling the stretch. If you're really tight in your low back or your hamstrings, bend your knees a little or a lot. If you're feeling really open today, straighten the legs a little bit more. Let your head hang heavy. Take another breath here. We got this. And then release your hands to the mat. You can keep the feet separated or start to bring your feet together to touch. Soften your knees. Breathe into a halfway lift. Now as you come to this halfway lift, really draw your shoulder blades together. And if you're really feeling stretchy, begin to straighten the legs more. It's still early in the practice. You might need a little more time to warm up the backs of your legs. Send your heart energy back down into the earth. Feel that long line of energy from your tail forward out the crown of your head. Breathe in. And as you exhale, bow forward. Circle your arms out wide, reach high, breathe in, mountain pose. Our first time here, turn your palms toward each other. Relax your shoulders down. Bring a smile to your face. Breathe in, look up. And as you exhale, bend backward, bend your elbows out to the side, really stretching your heart space open. Go just a little further as your hips press forward and your head drops backward. Your next inhale brings you all the way back up. Bring your palms to touch, and as you exhale, bring your hands through heart center as you fold forward. From this forward fold, let's inhale to a halfway lift. We've been here before. As you exhale, plant your palms, shift onto your right foot, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop down to your left knee. You can bring your blocks into play. They're here for you. We're going to press the heart forward and just really get into a nice modified crescent lunge. Roll your shoulders down and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Stay as you breathe in, and as you exhale, tip back into a monkey god stretch. This is a hamstring stretch for the right leg. As you bow down, really pull the right toes back toward your nose. Feeling a big stretch there. Keep dialing your right hip back as the left hip shifts forward. Good. Now lift your gaze and shift forward. Pick up your back knee and step to forward fold at the back of the mat. Let's take the second side. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, shifting onto the left foot. Breathe in and set your right foot to the back of the mat. Good. As you breathe out, drop the right knee down. Check that your left knee is now aligned over your left ankle. If your left knee is pushed way beyond the ankle, that puts a little undue strain on the left knee joint. So take care of yourself by moving the left foot forward as needed. Now press your pelvis forward. We're really opening up the heart. You have many options. Your blocks have lots of settings. Maybe no blocks at all today. That's always up to you. Really feel the front of your right hip stretching. Take another deep breath in and let's stay here as we breathe out. Stay for your inhale, and on your exhale, we'll take the counter stretch by leaning back, straightening the left leg, pull the left toes toward your nose, and bend down over your left leg. Noticing the big extension, the feeling of stretch in the back of your left leg as you bow down and breathe. Noticing also as you pull the left hip back, right hip forward, you get a little more stretch, and the more you flex your left toes, the more you intensify the stretch. Breathe. One more full breath cycle. And then lift your gaze, begin to shift forward, pick up the back knee, step to forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain. Let's synchronize this movement with the breath, creating flow. Exhale, backward bend. Inhale, rise to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, shift onto the right foot, step the left foot back. Breathing and drop the knee, lift the gaze. Breathe out, pull back, stretch the right hamstring. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, backward bend. Breathe in, rise to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, shift onto the left foot, step the right foot back. Breathe in, drop the right knee, lift the gaze, press the hips forward. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, step to forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Just breathe. Feel your body warming up. Roll your shoulders down and back. Feel your heart space open. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your eyes, release your palms to your sides. Nice work. Let's take our blocks and kind of press them forward. Find our way into building a little more intensity into the practice with some powerful sun salutation B postures. Let's reach the arms high, breathe in, and sit your booty low as you breathe out. This is chair pose as we know it. Lift your 10 toes up, sink your hips even lower, maybe look for your toes. If you don't see them, back your tush up just a little bit. Breathe in. As you exhale, sweep the arms back to airplane arms. Anybody want a little challenge? Lift your heels and balance for 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop the heels, breathe in, rise all the way up into your backward bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your palms, shift onto the right foot, step the left foot to the back of the mat. We'll take the full crescent lunge, breathe in, rise up. So square your hips as best you can, pulling your right hip back, left hip forward, back heel lifted, shoulders are square. We've got this. Breathe in. As you exhale, fly the arms back, airplane arms. Now as your arms sweep back, press your chest forward, lift your gaze up. Good. Stay for your exhale. We're going to lead with the left hand. Breathe in, circle yourself open to warrior 2. Left hand makes a half circle, full circle, and we come all the way around. Check the right knee, keep it bent, back leg strong and straight. Both arms stretch out and the gaze is over the right fingertips. Breathe in. Lunge deeper as you breathe out. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale to extended side angle, right elbow, right thigh, or arms at 6 and 12 o'clock, or my favorite, leaning to the elbow and reaching the left hand over your head. Decide what feels best in your body. Breathe the extension in your body. Feel it especially through the left lifted side, but lift the right rib cage away from the right thigh and gaze up underneath the left arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Back hand down the back thigh. Right arm reaches to the sky, lunge deep into the right knee. Reaching up high, we're gonna add a challenge to this posture. Try it if you like. Look up at your right hand. Reach your left hand up. Grab the right wrist. Give it a pull and see if you can lift up the right heel. Really good. Look up, breathe in. As you exhale, cartwheel both hands to the mat and step back to plank at the top of a push-up. Now this is our first yoga push-up in our practice today, so you could come to the knees, that's always a choice. You could skip it all together and wait in down dog, or take the full expression, shift forward, lower halfway, elbows squeeze the ribs, breathe into up dog, roll your shoulders down and back, kneecaps are off the mat, gaze is forward, feel your breath flowing, exhale, downward facing dog. We've been here before, but let's hang out here in down dog. Just feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. Press your hips high, press your heart towards your thighs. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, look forward and step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair pose. Let's sit deep, reaching high. And as you settle in, just tuck your tummy in, drop your tail a little bit. Feel your breath flowing, breathe in, and as you breathe out, fly the arms back. Lift your heels off the mat, balancing, inhale. Exhale, drop the heels, breathe and rise to mountain and bring in a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, full crescent lunge. Hold out here, feel the strength of the posture. It is definitely a challenge. Align your left knee over your left ankle. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back. Breathe in and exhale. It's crescent with airplane arms. So the arms fly back, the chest shifts forward. Channel a little up dog into it by lifting your gaze and squeezing your shoulder blades together. Identify your right hand. Let it circle open. Breathe in, warrior two. As you settle into warrior two, you might check your alignment. Both arms are at the same height. Left knee hopefully over left ankle. Still breathing. Breathe in, reach forward, breathe out, extended side angle. Try to match your version, maybe arms reached at 6 and 12 o'clock or leaning on the elbow and even reaching over your head. You're feeling your breath flow. Your gaze in theory travels up underneath the right arm. Give it a try, see if it works for you. Breathe in and stay there as you exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, back hand down your back thigh. Left arm to the sky, check the left knee, lunge deep, gaze up. Keep breathing. We'll add a challenge today. Reach the right hand up, grab the left wrist, give it a little pull. One more layer, lift the left heel, look up, breathe in. As you exhale, lower the heel, the palms, step it back. Here we go, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, just settle in, breathing slow, nice and deep. One more deep breath in. Exhale, look forward and step or try a hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Let's flow. Exhale, chair plane. Arms fly back, heels lift. Inhale, drop the heels, lift up into the back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, left arm circles us open, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, grab the wrist. Breathe in, lunge deep, lift the heel. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, breathe in, look forward. Then exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, sit deep, reach high. Exhale, chair plane, maybe lift the heels. Inhale, mountain with a backward bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, top the mat. Right foot steps back. Inhale, rise to crescent. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, right arm circles you open, warrior two. Breathe out, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Breathe out to grab the left wrist. And on your inhale, pull the left wrist, lift the left heel. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back, flow through, high to low plank. Breathe into up dog, and we meet in down dog. From down dog, look forward, step through, have a seat. Woo, that was awesome. Very strong work today. We're going to continue our heart opening practice, add a little bit of core work to it. So come on down to lying on your back with your knees pulled into your chest and give yourself a little hug. Love yourself exactly as you are right now in this moment. Now release your feet down to the mat, close to your seat, and place your palms down by your seat. Keep your gaze neutral, looking up at the ceiling, and breathe in to lift your pelvis into the air. And stay right there, 2 more breaths. 1 more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale, lift higher as you breathe in and breathe out to lower back down. So we're gonna add a challenge to this. Try it if you like. You can do exactly that, or lift your right leg up into the air. And as you inhale, press your hips up. See if you can hold as you breathe out. Good. 1 more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale, lift a little higher, breathe in, then exhale, lower your back, lower the right foot. Awesome. Let's try the other side. Take your left leg into the air, breathe in and press your hips high. Stay as you breathe out. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more time, deep breath in, lift a little higher. Stay for your exhale, good. Start to bend the left knee, left foot to the mat, roll all the way down. Draw your knees into your chest, rock a little bit side to side. Good, staying on your back, place your palms next to your seat and take your legs up high. Flex your toes back towards your nose. Okay, to bend the knees as needed. We're gonna lift up our head just a little bit, or you can leave your head back down on the mat if it hurts your neck, and lower your heels just a little bit. Good, hold there for 3, 2, 1. Lower just a little more. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Just hovering off the mat, keep your low back pressed into the mat, and then lay down, hug your knees into your chest. Good. All right, let's add a little fun to that. Take your legs high, point your toes like a ballerina, and crisscross your legs right over left, left over right. Start to lower your legs a little bit lower. Keep it going. Keep it going, keep your low back pressed into the mat. Maybe your head is on the mat, or if you want to lift it up, that's okay too. And then zigzag, right over left, left over right, all the way back up. Good, and hug your knees into your chest. Nice, rock gently, side to side. Let's change direction and rock 3 times along the length of our spine to boat pose. On your 3rd roll, we're gonna have some fun with boat pose today. You're gonna take your fingertips, bending the knees, and if you can, reach around and take peace sign fingers around your big toes. Take your legs up high. If you can bend the knees as needed. Hold for 3. Looks kind of pretty, doesn't it? 2, 1, and then let's bend the knees, hugging your knees in, roll all the way down to your back, roll side to side. Really good. Let's change direction and roll 3 times along the length of the spine. On your 3rd roll, try this challenge. Cross your ankles, plant your palms, and step back to plank. Flow through high to low plank, and when you get to up dog, hold upward facing dog. Drop your left hip, look over your right shoulder, feel the stretch in the left side of your belly. Come back to center, drop your right hip, look over your left shoulder, feel the stretch in the right side of your tummy. Come to center, curl your toes under, push up and back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look forward and step all the way to the top of the mat. Soften your knees, round up to standing. Circle your arms high overhead and bring your palms together to touch at your heart space. Place one hand over your heart and the other hand on top of that hand. Take a moment, close your eyes. Think of that special someone you dedicated your practice to. That's someone that you love. Notice how that special someone makes you feel. And take a moment in gratitude for that great feeling and that special relationship that only you two share. And then open your eyes. Let's do a couple balance poses. We'll begin with tree. Shift onto your left foot. Turn your right foot out and maybe reach your right hand down to grab the left foot and place it on your inner thigh. You can bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. Or maybe you reach your arms high overhead. If you want to try a challenge, take your right hand, grab your left wrist, give it a pull, and take a little side body stretch open. Over to the right. Good. Come back to center. Hands come back to your heart. Lower your right foot to your yoga mat. Do the same thing on the other side. We're going to shift to the right foot, turn the left foot out, and place the left foot up at the inner thigh. Hands can come back to your heart space. And then reaching both arms high overhead, take your left hand, grab the right wrist, give it a little pull, and take a little side body stretch to the left. Really nice. It's challenging, isn't it? Come back to center, bring your palms to touch and back to your heart. Lower your left foot to the mat. For dancers, I'm going to turn sideways. Inhale to mountain pose. Lower your right elbow to your right hip. Shift onto your left foot and kick your right foot into your seat and grab it. Squeeze your knees together to touch. Breathe in. And as you exhale, kick back, kick back, kick back. When you can't kick back any further, start to reach your left hand forward. Really good. Just breathe. And then slowly release. Finding the second side, left elbow to the left hip, shift to your right foot, kick your left foot into your seat and grab it. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, begin to kick your left foot back. While you're reaching your right hand forward, keep kicking, keep your heart open, keep your gaze lifted. Beautiful. And then bring it up. Release. Let's flow. Inhale to mountain, exhale to a nice deep backward bend. Breathe and rise back up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank at the top of a push-up. And lower all the way down to your tummy. You'll align in the perfect position for more heart-opening back bends. Cobra, zip your legs together, tops of the feet on the mat. And inhale to lift your head up and your heart up. Lift your hands up. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. Breathe, lift a little higher. Stay for your exhale. One more big breath and lift. Exhale, release your left cheek on the mat. Relax your arms by your side. Just take a moment to breathe, to relax. All right, let's continue our heart opening. Chin to the mat, hands behind your back. Interlace them at your tail. And then begin to straighten the arms as you lift your chest up like you just did in Cobra. Now add the legs and lift them up off the ground as best you can. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades toward each other. Lift just a little higher. Breathe, good. And exhale, let it go. Woo. Nicely done. Okay, big heart opener, floor bow. Your chin is on the mat. Kick your feet into your seat and grab hold of your feet. Get a firm grip on your feet and then push your feet away from your seat and lift your gaze up. Big heart opener. Keep breathing, lifting, opening. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go, release. Ooh. Since it's all about love and heart opening, let's do one more seal pose. Take your toes just off the mat with your toes out and your heels rolled in. Take your palms just forward of your shoulders. Now if you're tight in back bends, move your hands further forward. If you're feeling pretty flexible, back your hands up. Have the hands as wide as the width of your mat, and then breathe in to lift as high as you can until you can straighten your arms. Your pelvis is still on the mat. As you lift your gaze up, roll your shoulders down and back like a harbor seal, right? You could stay just like this, or bend your knees, toes touch, and your head looks up. Keep lifting, keep breathing. And then lower all the way down. Gazing in the opposite direction, right cheek on the mat, arms by your side. Woo! Just breathe, just let it go. Relax. Good work. Place your palms beneath your shoulders, pushing to tabletop, coming to stand on your knees. I'd like to do one more back bend here. Standing on your knees, bring your hands to your lower back for camel. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. Lift your gaze up and begin to open up into a back bend. Maybe drop your head back, and if you're really feeling it, you might reach for your heels. Grabbing a hold of the heels, push your hips forward as your head drops backward. Just breathe. Feel your heart space open. If you're a little anxious or uncomfortable, it's okay. Stay with it, trust yourself. And then come out slowly, hands to the lower back. As you begin to rise up, draw your knees and thighs together. Sit on your heels with your hands on your thighs. You are in hero pose. And really it takes heroic effort to show up for love in life. I mean, there are times our heart really gets broken, but we have to try again. We show up again and we fall in love again. And we learn. We learn from each of those challenges. We're going to bring ourselves to seated, so shift your hips to one side or the other. And send your legs directly out in front of you. I'm going to move forward on my mat because I'd like to have a little more mat behind me. So we'll begin with a seated forward fold. Maybe pull the flesh of your tush back just a little bit. Flex your feet. It's okay to bend the knees as much as you need to. Breathe in to reach up nice and tall, really feeling anchored through your sits bones and strong as your arms reach high. Breathe in, and as you exhale, soften forward, forward fold. And as you round forward, you might hold your toes or your ankles or whatever you can get your hands on and just surrender. Let it go. Relax. And then slowly begin to rise up. Let's bend the left knee and place the left foot at the inner right thigh. And do that forward fold again, just one leg at a time. Breathe in, your hips are square with the front. Extend your right leg, and as you breathe out, hinge forward. Just noticing how delicious that feels to fold deeply. It's a little easier with just one leg. Keep pulling the left shoulder down. Good. Now lift your gaze to look at the right foot and reach your arms high overhead. Bring your hands to your side and take your left ankle and place it on top of your right thigh. We'll do a seated pigeon or hip opening stretch by taking our hands behind us, lean back and place the right foot on the mat. Press your chest forward. Now if this is really intense for you, simply move your right foot forward. So you decide how deep you wish to go in this stretch and just kind of stay with it. Nice. Feels really delicious. Keep your heart space open. Good. Okay, this is kind of a fun transition. We're gonna drop both legs over to the right, and my back is to you, but my legs really are kind of the same. Now I want you to notice my left cheek is lifted off the mat, so we'll push it down. My left hand will come behind me, and my right hand will hug the left knee toward me. Breathe in to find length, and breathe out to turn and look behind you. Take another deep breath in, and maybe turn a little further as you breathe out. Good, one more breath, breathe in. And then let's come back to center on your inhale and take a little counter twist to the right as you breathe out. Nice. So as we begin to unravel toward the front of the mat, all you need to do is extend the left leg out. The right leg is almost in the perfect position to do that sequence on the second side. So my right foot is now on the inner left thigh. My left leg extends in front of me. Breathe in to reach up nice and tall, and as you breathe out, fold over your left leg. Get a nice big stretch there. Really delicious stretch. After such a strong practice, so important that we take this time to really stretch the body. A couple more breaths here. Good, and then lift your gaze, reach up, place your hands down. Let's do the hip opener. Taking your right ankle to the left thigh, just above the knee. Your hands will come behind you for support as you lean back, bend the left knee, and then you're gonna shift and place your left foot on the mat so your chest pushes forward. Get a nice big heart opening stretch. Keep the right foot flexed, that'll take care of your right knee. Your gaze is forward. Isn't that a great stretch? I love this stretch for the hips. Just take another breath here, breathe in. Stay as you breathe out, and now as we begin to transition, we're gonna drop our thighs to the left. And look at that right knee, it's in the perfect position. But the right sit bone is off the mat, so we'll push that down, place your right hand behind you, hug your right knee toward you with your left arm, breathe in to find length, and breathe out, twist and turn and look over to your right. Inhale, find length, breathe out, twist a little more. One more deep breath in, deepest twist as you exhale. On your inhale, come to center, and as you breathe out, take a little counter twist to the left. Good. And then slowly unravel your twist, coming back to center, and send your legs out in front of you. So for our relaxation posture today, I'd like to offer you a heart opening option. If you have blocks, you could use them at the back of your mat, placing one block at its second highest setting as a pillow, and the next one a little bit lower to support your back. If you want a bigger back opener, heart opener, you could put your block even higher. So as you come to lying on your back, I'm going to line your spine right along that block with about where your bra strap is, or just at the bottoms of your shoulder blades, or where the block hits. So you don't want it pressing into the lumbar spine, but more opening the heart space, the thoracic spine. So as you stay like this, there are many options. If your low back is tender, I might suggest you leave your feet on the mat with your feet to the outer edges of the mat with your knees touching. That releases the low back. If you feel really open and you wish to open your hips, bring your feet to touch and your knees will fall open. That's a big hip stretch. If you would like, you can extend your legs out. That might be more comfortable for you. So as you pause here and just settle in, close your eyes and bring to mind that special someone that you dedicated your practice to. And take a deep breath in, and as you're thinking of that person, notice how the blocks add to the heart opening stretch. Open your mouth and exhale. Do that again. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it out. One more time, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Now simply allow your breath to return to its gentle, natural flow. No need to control it. Settle in and breathe. You might like to rest in this position for quite a while, so you can pause your video. Or if you're ready, begin to wake up your body by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Because we're elevated on blocks, we want to be mindful as we exit the blocks. Bend your knees and place your feet on the mat if they're not already there. Feel the connection of the mat beneath your feet, feel stable. And then roll off your blocks to one side or the other and bring yourself upright to seated. And once you come to seated, bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. Maybe you're gazing down at your fingertips, or your eyes remain closed. I'd like to share a couple of love quotes with you. From Lao Tzu, Chinese sage, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. And my favorite love quotes by Jimi Hendrix. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Place one hand on your heart and the other one on top of that hand, and maybe bow your chin just a little bit and feel the beating of your heart beneath your palms. And take a moment in gratitude for all the love you have in your life and for that special someone that you dedicated your practice to today. Then bring your hands back to heart center in prayer position and draw them up to the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. At the end of our practice, we honor the love, the light in each of our lives, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up on your mat today and for joining me for 365 inspired yoga classes. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your family and friends. Share with the people you love. Thank you.